shaking camera. Hi guys. Sorry, I'm nervous. Um, um, this is my fourth time trying to record this video. I don't know why I held up my forehead like, oh my gosh, I look like an alien. This is my fourth time trying to record this video. Yeah, so, and the reason for that is that the first one, I cried. The second one, I couldn't stop laughing. And the last one, just felt like I was tripping on acid, which I'm not. So it's been hard for me to get a grasp. I was gonna say grip and grasp, and I said grasp. Yo, it's really hard for me to get a grasp on what I want to say to you right now. It is. It's really hard for me to get a grasp of what I would like to convey because I want to convey a few different things. The first thing I want to do is talk about how much I appreciate you guys, all of you who have been commenting and talking with me and talking with each other and being supportive just of me and my weird random channel, because honestly when I started this I did not think it was gonna be a community of us here. Like, I didn't realize it. I lived in like this sheltered world where I've been a YouTube consumer for however long YouTube's been around, and I've always enjoyed YouTube. And within the last few years, I've started like commenting on videos and stuff, and really starting to subscribe to people, enjoy the community and follow people with all different backgrounds. I don't have a particular style of YouTube person or channel that I follow. I like all different types of things and content and people, but clearly I love Star Wars probably more than any other thing that I'm a fan of as a human in terms of art or media. And it resonates with me on a very deep level, which is what propelled me to start my first video and what keeps me here right now talking to you guys. But more than that, I feel like we've been talking about Star Wars, but Star Wars has become a vessel for us to talk about the other things going on with the polarization that Star Wars is causing right now with our society and groups of people, and the hatred on both sides and the anger. And I feel like I'm literally changing as a person with each video I make, with everything I consume, with each time I have a conversation with one of you guys, or even just watching the conversations you guys have amongst yourselves on my videos. And of course I get that as a consumer of YouTube, and I get that when I go to other people's channels, but there's only so much time you spend there sometimes. And there are certain channels that feel more like a community than others. Like, I recognize, and it's really cool because I never really had that with other people or other videos until I came into this world being like a creator, because now I feel like I'm connecting with other people that that like found me, and then I found what they liked and they recommended other people, and then it's just like this interconnected web, and it's beautiful and it's really special. And I know it extends further than just Star Wars, and that a lot of us have very similar likes and tastes and things, and that's just so cool because I never had that growing up. And maybe that's part of the reason why this is so good for me to have this with you guys, is that I've always felt like a loner. I've always felt like an outsider. I've always felt just I'm an introvert in a lot of ways, and when I do have friendships with people, they mean so much to me, but I definitely have a hard time putting myself out there. And you guys have been so, I'm gonna get emotional again. I'm not getting emotional. But like, I don't know. It's really special, and I'm really grateful for that. And that being said, I also want to apologize for the more recent video I made. And if you guys, if you happen to be watching me and you've never seen any of my videos before, you're gonna think I'm just a crazy human being, and I'm sorry for that. Go watch my other stuff, because this is not a good depiction of well, maybe it is actually, because I am pretty strange and off the wall, but I feel a little bit like more vulnerable today than usual. But anyway, I digress. Yeah, so I made a video and I did a George Lucas impression in it, and I offended someone with it, and I'm sure if I had left it up, it's unlisted right now, so those of you who have already commented, for now, you can still access it and keep up with your comments. I haven't gotten back to most comments on that video yet because I made it unlisted, and then I kind of went into hiding for like however long it's been since I uploaded that, like a week. I feel like I had to crawl under a rock and do a lot of thinking about things, because I was kind of riding this high that I was on from my previous video that I made just before that, which is the one where I was telling myself Star Wars jokes and laughing by myself, and I had such a good time making that video. And if my entire life could just be doing that exact thing, like, that would be what I would love to do, was just make myself laugh at jokes and then know that you guys are actually enjoying me being ridiculous. But anyway, within that video, as you know, if you've seen it, I did impressions, and I did a terrible Darth Vader impression, I did a terrible Obi-Wan impression, and I did a pretty mediocre Yoda impression. Mediocre at best. Which is ironic, because I always thought I was good at doing Yoda impressions, and then when I actually watched that video, I was like, oh my gosh, that sounds nothing like Yoda. But anyway, so in the subsequent video, I was kind of riding that high of doing impressions, and I did a George Lucas impression, and I spoke in a way about him, and I did an impression of him that that I received feedback from one person in particular that it was very I feel really bad because I went from this thing where I was doing impressions and making myself laugh at characters in films that I love and telling jokes, to reading an article and quotes from a real human with a real heart and a real presence in this world, and someone who I have not always said the most positive things about in regard to Star Wars, because I think, like a lot of us, I questioned some of the creative decisions, just putting that out there. I love George Lucas, and I'm learning to really love and appreciate him as a person, and I know that he's complicated, and I know that he rubs a lot of people the wrong way, and I used to feel a lot like that myself, but through you guys, through your feedback, through the things that we've talked about, a lot of you have brought up really good points about Lucas and about the prequels, which I used to talk pretty negatively about, and I'm really learning to like reframe things and see things from a fresh perspective, which is your perspective, guys. Like, thank you for that, because I came into YouTube just knowing what I knew in my head that I thought, and I really didn't have anyone growing up that I could talk with about Star Wars. So this is new for me, and I'm not really used to having people to give me feedback. And when I've said things about or thought things about the prequels, there's never been someone there to be like, hey, like someone else might find that offensive, or someone else might love the prequels and think that they're masterpieces, and that's okay. And you don't have to judge that. Like, and I'm probably now I'm worried that I'm going to hurt more people with this video, but what I want you guys to know is that I do value your opinion and your thoughts and the things that you love and the things that you've been through, and that's what makes this community special. And that's what I want the Star Wars fandom to feel like again for all of us, is instead of feeling like this disconnected thing, is for not us to necessarily have to agree with each other and say that everything is roses, because it's clearly not, and to say that all the movies are great because clearly they're not, but to be able to come to a place where we can still accept that people are going to have different opinions, and not everyone is going to have, you know, a major in film analysis, and not everyone is going to have a, you know, not everyone's going to be a film critic, and not everyone's going to agree with film critics, and not everyone's going to disagree with the fans, and just I'm not trying to make any grand statement here. I just want you guys to know that I really value everyone's opinion. And I know it sounds cheesy, but everyone comes from a special, meaningful place with their own set of experiences and pain and trouble and obstacles in life. And therefore, everyone's opinion is valid. Even if it feels skewed to other people, their experience is valid. Like, and I don't want to hurt anybody or offend anybody. And I never did. And when I realized that I did in that video, or that I could have the potential of hurting or offending other people, including the person that I was making fun of or like doing the voice of, like, that's not what I would ever want. So I just want to talk about how I feel like I'm learning and I'm growing, and we're growing together. We're showing each other points. I never want the comment section of my videos to be a war, or to be a toxic playground for people to poke at each other's insecurities or each other's belief systems. Like, I love what we have right now, where people are leaving smart comments and funny comments and goofy comments and kind comments and comments where we're having a discussion, and I'm literally seeing people change their minds in the comment section. I'm changing my mind as I read through your comments. I'm thinking, oh, I never thought of it that way before. And that is so freaking special. Like, you guys know I'm a teacher. I work with kids, and one of the most special things that you can watch happen is to see someone change their mind and see something from another person's perspective, because you wouldn't believe how hard that is already at 4 years old. Because I think when we're born, we're just sponges. We're just constantly absorbing everything around us. But as we get older and as we experience things, slowly these like shields start to kind of close down around us, and it becomes very difficult to lift that I don't want to call it a mask, but almost like this like visor off, this tinted visor of what we are, who we are, what we've experienced, the pain we've been through, the things we avoid. And by the time you reach 4 years old, it's amazing how many kids already have that visor in place. But when you see them lift it up and see the other kids, and see what if another kid is going through something hurtful or painful, or if they hurt them, instead of a lot of kids immediately, if they hurt another kid, like if whether it's inadvertent or real, they'll immediately just be like, I didn't do that, that was your fault. And it's amazing to see when you can actually get on this level with them where you can explain to them like, but look, like they're hurt, and And even if you didn't do anything wrong, you still have this like beautiful heart where you can be there for your friend, and that's meaningful. And I'm literally talking like I would talk to these kids right now. And I love these kids. These kids are amazing. And maybe I'm talking about it because today was my last day of school for the summer. I said goodbye to all of my students, and I'm really sad because a lot of them I'm not going to see again. And it's been such a great year, and I got so bonded to these kids. But what's really cool is that I feel that way about you guys, and that's kind of what the point I wanted to get to was that I feel like we're a community, and I feel like I have friends in a place. Like, I know I have friends in real life, but none of them really care about Star Wars. I mean, a few of them care about Star Wars, but it's like a different kind of, like, they're not like living their lives for Star Wars. You know what I mean? I mean, some of them might be, actually, now that I think about it. But you guys have been so wonderful and supportive and amazing and funny and kind, and I just want you all to know that I really appreciate that. And I'm sorry I haven't been back to everybody's comments yet. I know I've taken a long time to respond to a lot of you, and the only reason is that I've kind of been hiding under a rock, like I said, for the last week, since that video, because it really shook me up to see that I hurt people, or that I could hurt people. And I have to be wary now that I have this platform where I'm talking to you guys. I want to be aware that what I say does affect people. And I want to make you guys laugh, and I want to make you guys think, and I want to open up a place for us to talk and have discussions. But more than anything, I want you guys to feel valued and know that I appreciate you and value you, and you all, regardless of what you like about Star Wars or what you hate about Star Wars, all of you have value to me and within yourselves and in this world. And like, there's so much going on in this planet, and so many differing experiences and opinions, but Star Wars brought us together. Oh man, I started crying a little bit. I'm sorry. See? That's why. Your girl's crazy. I'm crazy. I'm sorry. But yeah. I want to thank you guys, and I want to send out a special apology. You know who you are, to the person who called me out. And thank you. And you're right. And I'm learning. I'm learning as I go, and I think we all are, and it's pretty awesome. And another special shout out to those of you who I'm so corny. Oh my gosh. I never realized how corny I was. I really didn't. I mean, I thought I was an interesting person. I never realized how corny I am. But you know what? Whatever. That's fine. I reserve my right to identify as a 49-year-old dad, and I can make dad jokes if I want to. That was so corny. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, as I was saying, a special shout out to those of you who have supported me from the beginning. You guys know who you are. To name a few, King of Ruckus, you have always, from the very first video, left me the kindest, most interesting, sweet comments. Always something that makes me laugh, always something that makes me smile and feel warm inside, and always stuff that makes me think, and very cool. System Error as well. You have been awesome. You're a smart, cool guy, and fun, and I appreciate that. Rose Tico Enthusiast, I feel like you're my homeboy. I really appreciate you. Thank you for always having such insightful and caring, and like, I feel like we definitely relate on a lot of things. We all do. Porg McNuggets. I can't even say that name. You have a great name, and you've always been super fun and super caring. Gary N, I think it is, I want to say. Thank you for being so sweet, so kind, very aware of like me and how I'm feeling. You guys all are, everyone that I've mentioned so far. A lot of people that I'm probably going to forget to mention because my mind is like fried right now. Literally. Literally, I fried my mind today, you guys. I fried it. Dwayne, I haven't seen you in a few videos, but I really appreciated what you said in the first few videos that I did. Dwayne, I don't know where you are. I don't know if you're even watching anymore, but thank you. I got a new subscriber the other day called Sad Panda, which I love that name. And I haven't gotten back to any of your comments yet. And I saw that you also wrote me a private message. So thank you. And I will get back to you. And you have written some really sweet, kind things. So you literally subscribed like 2 days ago. And I saw that. And I saw your, and I like, if you're watching this video, I'm clearly going through some stuff. So I apologize, but I'll get back to you and your comments. I'll get back to all you guys. Who am I forgetting? Oh, Tom King, obviously. Thank you for being awesome, and for pointing out a lot of really important things that I hadn't thought of before, and it's really cool to see that we're building this community here. This is why I didn't want to do, like, I didn't want to, like, bring up your guys' names, because I didn't want to forget anybody, and I know I'm forgetting some important people. So I apologize if you're forgetting. Scanning my brain. I know. See, the thing is, if I had either your little icons with your pictures or your names in front of me, I know I could remember, but I just ran through so many that... but yeah, you guys have been amazing, and I'm so grateful, and let's keep going, let's keep building this community. When new people join and new people comment, like, say hello, let us know, let me know what you love about Star Wars, and let's be welcoming and caring and loving, and always feel free to let me know when there's something you would like to see from me, or point something out. Let's just always try to do it in a nice, kind, loving way, though, because I want this to be the happy part of YouTube, not a rant channel, not a mean channel, not a bullying channel, not a yelling and pointing fingers channel. I want to be a happy oasis of Star Wars. We can drink from the pools and the clear, calm waters of the Force together. So let's do that and be corny and be weird. So if you're new, welcome, and I apologize for the craziness, and yeah, that's me. I'm weird. I'm sorry. And for those of you who have been watching and supporting from the beginning, thank you. All of you. You all know who you are. If you've commented on more than one of my videos since the beginning, I know who you are, and I'm so sorry if I forgot to mention your name, but I love all of you guys, really. I feel very connected and very special and very grateful. Let's continue to grow together and lift each other up. Who knows where Star Wars is going to go? We'll talk about that more in the future. But for now, let's try to lift each other up and make everything a little bit brighter. So, may the Force be with you guys. We'll talk soon.